What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Baldur's Gate, Arc 3, Episode 32.
Ooh.
Happy Thursday, 32. Everybody.
32. It's a lot. It's a lot of D&D.
Is it? Just a little bit.
I was gonna say, you said that, but this is blended with a 2.5-year campaign already at this point.
It's a smidgen.
We're just fledglings at this point. We're just starting out in life.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I mean, the campaign didn't even Game of Saving Throws didn't even really start till like episode 40.
Yeah.
So
I tell you that you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I mean, it really was. It was like episode 40 before things started kicking off.
It's a lot of goblin cheeks to check.
It took 40 episodes to dig coins out of goblin assholes.
But you know what? It worked. 9 times out of 10, it worked every time.
Truly. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Buckle your seatbelts. Shit's gonna get intense.
Oh boy.
And I like it.
Keep all hands, legs, and arms and feet inside the vehicle while it is in motion.
Cinnamon Tostacos on the floor.
I want to give a big shout out for everybody who joined us for our impromptu Witchlight campaign, which we've started up on Tuesdays. Appreciate you. As predicted, YouTube is going and running wild. So thank you. That's a huge discovery point for us over here on the channel. I ended up getting some business emails off of it too. So thank you for every single person that helped make us the #1 stream for Witchlight on the day of release, baby. Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. So very, very cool to have the inbox open up. Some more of that coming here next week, but we got to focus on Baldur's Gate. But I just want to give everybody a huge shout out for making that impromptu campaign start such a good time. I appreciate all of you, and especially the players. Adam, Radio, thank you guys. Appreciate you very much.
It just goes to show that a penis is hard to find.
Penis is hard to find.
Maybe it is.
Announcements for the rest of you guys for this week.
More D20 deathmatch coming Sunday. We got a good lineup. I won't spoil it yet, but we got a good lineup for Sunday.
When do you release matchups? When is like matchup day?
Friday.
Okay, Fridays are matchup day. Cool.
Yeah. But yep, got that going Sunday. It's gonna be a pretty good matchup, I think. And then we got the Kickstarter going still. We got like 12 days left. We're at like 70% of our goals. So if you guys want to help out with the Kickstarter, or just pass it along to some friends or whatever, there's the link in chat, or you can just search it on Kickstarter. It's D20 Deathmatch.
Let's go.
A lot of fun. I know, because I'm a champion.
Me and Adam just waiting for Champions League. You know, that season 2 2023 D20 Deathmatch Hall of Champions.
Don't worry, you'll get your shot.
I feel there's going to be a large deck stacked against my archer the next.
You may not get 6 sharpshooters per turn.
Swing my rapier.
That's how I felt. I was like, man, I feel like the deck is stacked against me right now. Somehow
came through.
Found a way.
Yes.
I'm in a playtest. You got to be a part of their Patreon to see me and Radio's playtest. So if you want to support them, you can see us drinking beers and having a good time during the playtest.
We have 6 playtests on our Patreon right now, with more exclusive Patreon content coming.
Wow.
Soon, later.
A good deal. Well, let's get into this, shall we? Picking up where we left off. All thanks to the divine intervention from Asher, pulling the amulet out of the book that he has procured from the Feywild, of which we have learned later on happens to be a memoirs written by none other than Chikios himself from Game of Saving Throws. and with the party in disarray, discovering the Pirate King Kirkley to be dead on sight, you called Tavalis to Org with no response. However, during your dreams, shifting in, pulled yourself into the Fae, where none other than Hister Faust and Chikios himself were contemplating the finer points of chess in inebriation. Started a sequence in which now the entire party is on the back of Skybreaker, having received a good old-fashioned Hister Faust, let me tell you about life. An arm resurrection from Chikios, a gifted rock from Kiki, and a begrudging acceptance of fulfilling this task. Valis to Org has unleashed the tentacles of Skybreaker and dove beneath the depths, heading towards their fort to the Fathomless, agreeing to give the party the best chance that they can at winning this war. We've had a lot of conversations on the back of Skybreaker to get here. If anybody else has anything else that they want to share before you arrive at the fort of the Fathomless, now is the time.
Like, I think Valis will just be stomping around the deck, and I think he'll stop over by Asher, once again just staring at him uncomfortably until finally he's. So, what are we supposed to call you?
Well, my name's Asher. I said this already.
Sorry, I probably wasn't listening.
Probably not.
Well, do you have any skills?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm a wizard by trade, I guess.
Yeah, well, what kind of wizard?
I kind of specialize in protection, abjuration, helping others. But I can hold my own if need be.
Do you know how to use a sword?
I mean, Josiah's more the sword guy, I guess, or maybe Aelun. I mean, I've used like swords, but not a lot, really. Not really. No, I'm not really a sword guy.
That's a shame. A sword fought a dragon once. Turned out he was kind of a dick in the end, but it was a good fight.
Wait, a sword fought a dragon?
I sword fought a dragon, yeah. Me.
Oh, you sword fought a dragon?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a long time ago.
How big was the dragon?
Well, I mean, he wasn't in dragon form.
Oh.
How was a dragon supposed to hold a sword?
I guess that's a good point. Wait, what form was he in? What kind of dragon was it?
I don't know, like a red one?
What color dragon? It was a red dragon?
Kind of red, I think.
Kind of. You sword fought him. How do you not know what color he is?
I don't know. What color? What color? There's all kinds of colors. Why are you asking me? I should be asking the questions. I'm the captain of the ship.
Yeah, well, I want to know more.
Hey, well, quit being so nosy and mind your business. He's gonna stomp off. I think Valis is colorblind. I'm not sure.
I think we've proven that before. He is colorblind.
Oh, he is now.
I don't know.
He is now.
So confused.
What color was he?
Like Asher is by himself. You see him just like kick the ground. Dang it! I should have said a sword fight. Just like kicks the ground. Dang it!
They ask if you're a god, you say yes.
I can throw swords. Just kind of yell as he's walking. I can throw swords
He gives you a thumb
without
up
touching them
from behind his.
from like here.
Oh,
Like if you hold out a sword, I could throw it.
Like just a thumbs up over his shoulder. Cool story, bro.
Dang it!
Too late.
Easter.
What, Chiquios?
Just wanted to know the battle report. If you think there are going to be any trebuchets here this evening.
You know what? Still hate those trebuchets.
We are the ones with the cannons now. I have not shot a cannon on Skybreaker in a long time.
You even know how to do that?
I won't do it. My mage will.
I want to get down and dirty. I want to get down there and shoot one of those cannons. Been a while since we've been in the shit.
I will also be there, but my mage hand will be doing it for me. The cannonballs are heavy.
I mean, you could. As I kind of tap you on your belly and rub my own. Probably use a little working out with those cannonballs.
I am fine. Speak for yourself. I have a timeless body.
Timeless for sure. And
I switch back into my elf form. See? Timeless.
Of course. If I could change shape on Will, I wouldn't have this dad bod.
If you could change shape, you wouldn't be the tank that you are.
Well, somebody's got to take all the hits to keep you alive.
Yeah. It is good to be back again.
Think these kids got a chance?
If they don't, then they don't have a backup call home. It will be up to them.
Well, when Bahamut have his will with him. They got a fighter in that leader of theirs, though. I want that metal arm. He's untapped power.
God, do you mean
Diamond in the rough.
the one who did not want me to regenerate his second hand?
Just his own pride. It's what you want in a leader. Somebody who's willing to stand up.
You all have something in common. Very dumb. Frontline. Not smart.
Stubbornness. Not dumb, it's stubbornness.
It's the same thing. Sure. You came close to losing plenty of limbs. Would you have made the metal one, or would you have asked me to fix it?
Well, thanks for my ear, but I don't know. I don't know if I couldn't have asked you to fix it at that point.
You had too much pride, just like ear. You don't ask me about ear for hundreds of years.
I mean, you're my friend. You're supposed to know these things. I'm sitting around here looking like a mangled piece of fruit.
It's your aesthetic. It fits you well.
I gotta look scary, I guess. He kind of tries to bare his teeth in his claws.
Rawr. I hope no one saw that.
I'm gonna do one of these little looks over my shoulder.
Kiki, are you anywhere in the vicinity of this?
I'm mimicking the roar behind your back.
I knew it.
Of course, you're here.
Practicing.
We see your vicious war roar, Kiki.
Not easy.
It's vicious to me. I know what she's capable of.
Kiki's going to run around the ship trying to practice her roar on little ship rats that happen to be wandering by. Just trying to ambush any regular little creature that happens to cross her pathway.
It's a blanket frighten on everything on deck.
Need to learn thaumaturgy. You can roar louder.
What?
Oh, it's a spell.
A spell?
Yeah, a spell.
For what?
Oh, it makes you. Well, part of it is that you can make your voice really, really loud,
Yeah.
like this. And I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and just go, "Rah!" And it's super loud.
Why
See?
would you do that? I wasn't ready for that.
Well, I'm sorry. I said I was going to.
I didn't know you were going to scream really loud in my ears. I wasn't ready. Why would you do that?
I was just showing you the spell
Why would you want to do that, though?
because you were practicing your roaring, and I thought maybe you'd want to be louder.
The roar comes from your heart, not from the volume.
I don't really know how to answer or combat that, so I'm just gonna. I think because I have a heart and I can cast a spell, that's where the volume comes from.
When you have the fierceness and you feel it in who you are, it shows. And it's not volume that makes it scary.
Okay.
You don't seem so scary.
I
You're
try
loud,
not to
though.
be.
So
I mean,
that worked well.
I don't really want to be scary. I mean, I guess it depends on where I'm at. If people find me scary or
Well, isn't that why
Not.
you got loud at me?
to be scared. No, I was just helping you roar.
What was wrong
Like I was
with
trying to
my
help you.
roar?
You know, I
Did you not
think I
like
regret
it?
my decision. No, your roar was great.
Was it not good enough?
No, your roar was good.
Do it right?
No, you did it from the heart, and that's what matters, right?
I thought so.
You're right. That's what's important.
Do it wrong.
No, I cheated. I used a spell. You did it right.
You were trying to teach me how to cheat?
I was just showing you another way. Are we there yet? How close are we to where we're going?
I was just telling chat that this happened to me too when I wore a Santa hat one time, and there was children around, and they started screaming at me saying that I wasn't Santa and crying profusely. I was drunk and did not know what to say to these children.
Just like Jägermeister?
You can leave now. This is not getting better.
Aelun walks by this conversation and just, why are you making a monkey cry? Quit it.
I'm not. It's not.
He said I
I
could have done
wasn't-
a different thing for my roar.
You can roar just fine. Don't listen to him.
Do you think it's really good?
Let me hear it one more time. Oh. Yes, that was very good. Would you like to hear mine?
Yeah.
Aelun's gonna turn around and he's gonna change his face into Rook's face, or like his teeth are gonna get real pointy, and he's gonna pull his mouth out and just whip around.
Oh God!
There's like saliva and everything coming
Yeah,
out.
and his face like just shifts back just for a second. He's like werewolf face.
I didn't really need a bath, but thank you anyway.
Yes, well, I thought that you would like it. You had a good roar in it, and I had a good roar, and now no one is crying.
That's right. And then we both have good roars.
Yes, well, the two of us, anyways. As he side eyes Asher.
It's okay. He says he cheats.
Yes, I believe it. Do you know they call him the Red Devil of Baldur's Gate?
Why would they call him that?
Because he's I don't know. Actually, why did they call you that?
Is that the name you go by?
No, not really.
What's the name
I
you
go by
then?
I go by Asher. It's my
Asher.
name. It's not really my birth name. I don't really know. It was the name I was given. I don't really know what my birth name was, but yeah.
That's okay. I don't know my birth name either. In fact, I don't know if I ever got one. But They used to call me Kiki, and so I stuck with it when the monks found me. So that's the name I go by. And if you go by Asher, then that's the name you're going by. And so I will call you Asher.
Sounds good. And I'll call you Kiki.
That's a good idea since that's what I prefer.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Does everybody else have names too?
Yeah.
Well, my name is Aelun.
Aelun?
Yes,
Mhm.
Aelun.
Like you're a loon.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Do you I have a question. Do you want to have a race?
Do you want to lose?
Aelun's gonna squint.
She'll squint back.
I am going to climb this mast.
Ready, set,
I'm
go.
going-
And Kiki's gonna take off.
wait. Aelun's gonna take off after her. to climb
Advantage
the mast.
versus straight up roll.
Okay.
Athletics.
This is when I cast slow on both of you.
Athletics is so bad.
I'm gonna make a case. I've climbed this a million times. Like, this is my home. Do I have home turf advantage?
Yeah, you have advantage. He said that.
Yeah, you
Oh,
get
sorry, I
advantage.
missed that. Okay, sweet.
I've got a -1 athletics. Why did it roll? Oh, oops. Okay. Rolled 2 of them there.
You probably have advantage on athletics checks for some odd
I
reason.
probably do.
Did you roll a nat
Great.
1 on that?
I did. But it's a
0.
The 16 on the regular. Hey, rolling for
26.
Gitzi?
Well,
It doesn't
sorry, I ran
exactly
into
have the
Oh, yeah.
Kiki
Just
card on
assume
this.
Kiki's card. I can pull hers up real quick. I forgot. I was just playing off of the card I had. Hold on 1 second.
Cheater. Take off first, and now you're rolling off the wrong card.
Listen, here. It's probably for your own
Joke's
good.
on you. Gitzi's like comes out of nowhere and climbs up faster than both of you, knocks you both out the way. And you
It's a
fall
climbing
down.
turtle.
The slow turtle is the one that
I'm
wins.
up here now.
There we go.
Oh,
Oh,
Alright,
25.
Oh, it's just as good.
Eat your heart out. Let's go.
Is that good enough?
Just wrecked.
It's oh, I am. It's okay. I am more of a puncher than a climber. That is
Oh,
it.
I can punch too.
You can punch.
And I slap.
Oh well. Would you like to go ahead? Would you like to slap me?
Yes.
I'm gonna go for it.
Go ahead, slap me as hard as you can.
There's no kink shame at D&D couples therapy.
Nope.
Describe the most anime slap at the top of this crow's nest that your
God,
mind
monkey
can
slap.
imagine.
God, monkey slap.
You just tilt your head down, like as if you were perhaps endearing a small child, and she just pulls her hand all the way back. And where you think she might stop, then she decides to go a little bit further, and pulling out that wind element that she has, pushes her hand as fast as she can just to
Oh.
slap it straight across your face to spin you in a dizzy and possibly falling off the top of this.
I would say
And
probably.
folks, that's how in the second time of this
DTD.
campaign, Aelun lost his head.
I don't know what this is gonna do for your confidence to have a small tiny monkey just knock the wind out of you.
This
She
is,
probably won't remember.
The seams around his neck hold at this point.
Yeah, I mean he's concussed, so he's not gonna know what's going on.
As you fall to the ground.
I did it.
the good news is you're slapped so hard that where that wind air elemental is just, you're like caught in this tornado that does a loop before you end up slamming and hitting the deck and like sliding up against the rails with just this monkey paw now. Not quite a face of Steve Buscemi, but a monkey paw bruised into your face.
I'm going to take a small nap.
Let me know if you want to play again, little
No, I
one.
don't. I think that that was fun. Maybe tomorrow. As he kind of like concussion passes out against the railing.
Chikio steps over your body as he's surveying the scene as we're plunging through. It seems the boys are getting fired up. This is good.
See, this is exactly what a leader would do. Prove to everybody he can take on a god.
As we look down, we can see who's inflicted the damage. We see the small monkey paw. I just immediately look up to the crow's nest. That's why you did not mess with her roar. She just kind of goes. Rrr. He steps over you.
Aelun's just totally punch drunk against the rail.
Oh goodness, what have you gotten yourself into now? And Gitzi's going to at least try to pull you off of the stairs.
Yeah, don't touch me. I'm still mad at you.
We're just going to get you seated up. Quit
Listen,
complaining.
I don't want your help. We are friends, but I do not like you.
But you can't do anything about it because you probably have a concussion, so you should probably shut it.
Yeah, I don't think he's in any shape to fight back against you after a nat 20.
Gitzi's just gonna pull him over to the side and just arrange him a little bit.
It's like a any shape to say no.
He looks like he's like a small child. His hammerhead helmet's like tilted up, and he's got his new magic
at least I was
sword.
wearing the helmet.
I'm imagining like little comical tiny monkeys like circling your head right now.
Oh yeah,
100% little kikis.
this is the tiny monkey. Watch out! See for the tiny monkeys, they will slap you.
Yes, you should probably be very afraid of the tiny monkey from here on out.
I could beat that monkey.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Sure, you just keep dreaming that and maybe it will happen, dear. Kiki will stay up at the top, just kind of searching above, feeling a bit proud of her particular slap moment. Not fully aware of the damage she may have done, though.
Kiki, quit slapping the crew.
But he asked for it. I was just showing him so he'd feel welcome.
I don't care if you ask for it. You have a job to do.
Have Leroy do it.
Leroy's busy.
Is Leroy really busy?
Yeah, he's like
The
folding socks.
distraction.
He's the only one left. He's always busy.
He's the only one that
socks.
does anything on this ship.
Got 4 other undead down playing cards for the last 1,700 years. Just playing cards.
The crew consists of me and Kiki and Leroy. So by default, you two both do everything.
Make the new ones do something. Asher wants to learn.
That one, he's worthless. He can't even use a sword.
He has a good name.
What?
Oh, what was your name again?
Actually,
Asher.
when you ask, Josiah's gonna pipe up. His name is Asher, and he's actually pretty good behind the wheel. So I've been just kind of sitting on the side rail watching.
See? He's qualified. Koala. Are you a koala?
Val's here to look at both of you. You look at Josiah. Hey, look at me when I say this. He's gonna look at Asher. You also look at me. Nobody touches the wheel.
I mean, except for me when I
No, especially not you.
became the
Really,
owner of
right?
your ship and was nice enough to give it
Yeah,
back
well,
to you because
Listen, you can just forget that.
you you are like my personal yacht. Whenever I need to go into the ocean, I call upon the legendary Valus. We go on vacations.
Just nobody touch the wheel. That's all I'm saying.
Is that like a?
Greasy fingers
that-
off of my helm.
Does that count like retroactively? Because
Did
I
you
may or
touch
may not
the
have-
wheel?
no, I didn't.
He touched
Did
the
not
wheel.
touch the wheel.
The wheel. He touched the
no,
wheel.
When did you? Val's is gonna storm off to go to the wheel and consult the charts to make sure you didn't fuck it up.
It's okay. Sometimes I also touch the wheel.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh God, you all are.
Valis, by the way, I noticed that your circumference here on the map, if you actually, so I swapped that map to the right because it's actually got a better way line in sight for the navigation portion of it. So it was just
Are
those
you a
two.
professional pirate?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
I mean,
you are? Where's your sword?
Exactly.
Well, I mean,
He's gonna switch the
I
maps
have-
back.
I have a hand axe and I have these needles.
For sewing?
Oh no, Kiki! I just thought of something. You gave me a rock.
I did.
I should give you something in return.
Oh.
In fact, I'm going to give you 10 things in return.
Oh, I only have 2 hands.
All right, well, they're small. And I'm going to pull out this this bundle that I have, this small bundle, and there's 10 needles. And then I'm going to like get down, I'm going to put them in your little hands. And I'm just going to say, okay, between us, I know, I have a feeling you like to pull pranks on him. So
I keep
each
them
one
on
of
his
these,
toes.
yeah, each one of these, if you throw it at someone, it packs quite a wallop. You have a chance to knock them down.
What's a wallop?
Well, it just kind of like your slap in a sense.
Oh, it's a throwing slap.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So just be careful though. There's 10 of them, so don't lose them.
Do I throw them all at once?
I mean, you can. That'd be a pretty. You know what? Yes, just not at me.
Okay.
Deal?
Deal. Do I just hold them in my hand till I need them?
I mean, you can put them in your pocket. You can put them in a bag. You can put them in a chest. Just whenever you actually want to use them, you just pick them up, and you can throw one, or you can throw them all at the same time.
But my pockets are for rocks. Can I put the needles in there too?
Yeah,
Oh.
if you want.
Okay.
And
All
she'll
right.
just saddle that up next to some of her rocks pockets.
Oh yeah, you have pockets now.
I have a ton of pockets. I have like 30.
Needles of walloping now.
When people say like, "Oh, does D&D come in from your real life and things that you want?" Yes, women's clothing does not have pockets, so I gave Kiki every pocket that I've ever wanted.
True. Hey, I feel your pain when it comes to dress wear. They give us pockets and they sew them shut.
Yes.
It's even worse.
We'll not buy a shirt with a fake pocket. No way.
Who needs fake pockets?
Give me the pockets.
Liar.
I love my 2 front pockets, man. Fishing shirt life.
Freaking liars. So she'll stuff those needles in.
Thank you, Asher. If I see a sword, I'll get you one.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Kiki,
Leroy can teach you how to use it if you need it.
you know exactly where Leroy's swords are.
Should I go steal them?
There's
Leroy
a-
won't care.
There's a whole rack of
Why
them.
would Leroy have swords?
The whole pirate crew had access to swords. There's a whole rack of them downstairs. You got to take a left at the coconut cream pie.
I guess
Leroy doesn't even have arms half the time.
she just probably assumed everyone has like their own sword, like their name is on it. Like at a
Yes.
kindergarten school where everyone has like their coat goes
Yeah,
right underneath their name.
your coat goes here. Your lunchbox goes in this cubby hole.
Their cubby hole has their sword, their hat, and I don't know, maybe like a
Their
scarf.
uniform. Yeah.
A hook for each one.
Don the Skybreaker outfit uniforms. Valis demands it.
Just gonna walk over to Asher. Don't let him give you crap about a sword, dude. As he pulls out his moon touch sword and hands it to him. Anybody wield this? You can.
I mean, I'm not really actually good with swords. I've never really been a sword person.
Hey. They want to test your metal, make you part of the crew. Just give him hell, kid. I mean, give him hell, Asher.
Yeah. You don't have to
Like-
fight me. because it doesn't turn out so well.
And she points to Aelun.
But in
Yeah.
case you want to, you can have it.
I gave you this one because it sheds light. That way you can use it for whatever you need it for. You could probably even throw it really good too.
Probably. This is actually really nice, I think. She like swings it kind of wildly, not like very good.
Got it. Just remember, pointy end goes in the other guy.
Wait, where do I? Does it come with the thing that you put it in and then I like put it around my waist?
I grab a tie of leather out of my bag and I fashion a loop around your belt. And I guide your hand down through that loop. There you go. There's the thing that the sword goes in.
How does it look?
A sheath.
You look
Oh, a sheath, right? That's what it is.
you look a pirate, kid. I mean, you look like a pirate, Asher. Sorry, it's just being on a ship.
You can call me kid instead if you really need to call someone that. I'm not a kid. I'm actually a monkey, but you can call me that if it helps.
Kiki, one of these days, I guess I'll have to tell you the story about Asher
Yeah.
and how him and I met.
Oh, can you tell it to me now?
It all depends on how much time we have between where we are now and where we need to be.
She's going to immediately look at Valis.
How much time do we have?
Do I know how much time we have?
Four's gone, 7 years ago.
It's you guys are getting close. You guys are getting close.
We're getting close.
Oh, you'll have to tell me afterwards, okay?
Make that a deal.
Deal. You have to shake on it.
And she's going to stick her hand out.
I grab you just above the wrist. It's a deal.
Good. Because if you break it, then you get in trouble.
You know what? Yes, I will be in trouble.
Good. Valis is the one who follows up on that.
Sure he is. She just lets your arm go and walks back to the rail.
Fair enough. Kiki will run up the railing up towards Valis.
So are we really, really close? Do we need to do anything to get ready?
Well, I mean, yeah, we're as close as I mean, we can tell we're a little bit close. I don't know exactly how close we are. We're kind of under the water in here. I don't know. Why are you asking me so many questions?
I asked you like one question.
I asked the questions here. You know that.
I like to ask questions too, though, and you know that.
Yeah, but not in front of the crew.
Are they officially the crew then, or are they guests?
No, if they're on the boat, they're the crew.
Then if they're crew, then why didn't you get them to do things and instead you made me do the things?
Oh, because you're the best crew.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Speaking
going
of,
to
I
be-
think the cannons need to be prepared.
I can do that. No one can do that better than me.
Just don't
And
get
she'll-
stuck behind the cannonballs this time.
That happened one time.
You were in that cannon for a week.
Thanks.
Stuck loading a cannonball.
That's canon that you were in the cannon. So,
And you will see Kiki scutter off to go carry one cannonball at a time to each one. She's still fairly strong. She'll carry it in different ways just because it's physically weird to carry, not because it's heavy for her.
Valis,
Mm-hmm.
roll that good old survival check.
Okay. The vessel navigation and control check.
Yep.
All right, plus 12 coming in.
No.
To be fair, there's
He
tentacles
really is the
obstructing
best
my
one on
view.
the ship.
Maybe you should let Asher drive.
It's because he fucked with the charts.
Oh, it is.
Blame me.
Holy
Blame me.
shit.
God damn it!
You're supposed to be a god. No.
He starts whipping through all the charts. Touch the wheel, and it fucked it all up.
Valis,
Yeah.
as we begin plunging into the depths of the ocean, you try to get a better view to see your surroundings. You can't. The tentacles are stuck around the skybreaker. You begin to hear cannon fire.
Oh boy.
As explosions begin to ring out, as wherever you're headed towards the Fort of the Fathomless has gotten the jump on you. DC 22.
Same check.
Same check. Oh, God.
God, dude. Hold on. I got an inspo.
You got an indomitable too?
No, I got an inspo though. 22.
Was it stuck at first? As the cannon fire is just ringing in, and the nerves begin to creep back up as there is an immediate tense on the skybreaker now. This is for real.
He's tugging on the wheel against the pressure. Everybody get to your stations.
What? You never told us what station.
Don't argue with me. Just get there.
Okay. It's like, what station am I?
Zikios, I've never not been drunk on this boat. We have stations here?
As those tentacles begin to fall down to the sides now in attacking position, the cannons all begin to roll out of the skybreaker. Staring ahead, you see a massive fortress at the bottom of the ocean. Larger than even you suspected, Valis. Cannon fire coming back our way. Navigation check against those cannons. Coming in. DC being set. I need to do that the other way. $25 on the navigation check.
Yes.
Skybreaker taking more fire. Not in a current position to be able to fire back. Cannons keep coming in. Didn't think we would have to do this, but I'm going to set the Skybreaker at 500 HP. Oh, God.
This is
with the plus 12. I'm making these rolls.
Give me 1 second as I pull up good old cannon damage.
I mean, this is a ship of a god. 500 seems a little low, don't you think? Should be like 5 million, I would think.
All right, 2 shots coming in. 8 D10s coming in twice. First volley in.
Ooh.
33, second volley in. 90 points of damage on Skybreaker. Still everyone holding on their cannons. I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone in your current characters, not as your gods from Game of Saving Throws. They will auto succeed on their cannons.
16.
19.
Oh my god. Oh, that was
what
yours.
is
I
going
thought
on
that
with you
was mine.
tonight?
I thought I rolled that.
I rolled the nat one. I rolled Gitzi. Gitzi's not dexterity.
Now you're stuck on your other character in the cannon.
No.
Better not be for 1 week.
You're caught in a loop.
Oh, no.
No, Gitzi, you will hit the deck on your back of your shell.
I can't get back up.
Someone flip me back over. Give me a.
She's just like trying to rock back and forth.
Give me a
Aelun,
foot.
Aelun holding onto his cannon will take his foot and try to push you. It's a, get up, get up.
What do you think I'm trying to do?
He'll like rock you with his foot.
I can fire yours if you need it.
Anyone with the sailing background or ability, which is Josiah and Asher, if you see Valis struggling, you may use your reaction to try to help. There's no telling that he's going to let you, but you can certainly try.
Oh, I'm 100% headed to the quarterdeck and starting to climb the mizzen mast. I thought you said you were a sea god. Navigate this ship, you
I
tool.
didn't say I was a god. You're supposed to be on a cannon.
Yeah, you need me in these sails because you can't sail this fucking boat, you moron.
I don't need you for shit.
Get it together or we're all gonna die.
I got your cannon, Josiah. As you just see me while underwater for the first time, just produce flame, ready to light that fuse for his and his own. Just ready.
All right.
I'm quite literally grabbing the spanker on the back of this boat, and I'm gonna try and help him navigate this manually, whether he wants it or not.
Okay. So I'm going to make you make 2 checks to see if you can give him help. 1, you need to roll an intimidation check of a 19 or higher.
I'm not intimidating. Well, you know what? I am intimidating. Here comes a 20. No, it's not getting there.
Those words fall on deaf ears, but you're ready at a moment's notice to try. Flat roll again, Valis. Try to spin this thing around so we can fire some cannons at the Fort of the Fathomless.
23.
23. With the hard slide now. I need everybody to roll this bad boy inside Foundry /R 8 D10s.
Did that 23 succeed?
What?
Yes, 23 succeeded.
Oh,
You're
okay.
firing cannons at them.
Oh, okay.
45 points of damage.
Wait, you said
44
8D?
points of damage.
8d10s.
8 D10s.
Except for Gitzi because she failed, right?
Yes, Gitzi's got is on her back right now. Jinrid 8 D10s. Oh God, we're all getting good rolls. Let's go. Calculator time.
Math.
$187, just short of the 200 to crack and bash in the first wall. I need another ability check out of you, Aelun. Or I'm sorry, Valis.
Dirty 20. I'm throwing inspo on it.
All right.
6 or an 8. 6 or an 8. I will throw the 8. 25.
25. All right. Oh, thank God it's not the nat 20. Oh, let's go. You were able to navigate out of the way of this line of cannon fire. Opening up for another volley. Gitzi, you're going to be able to stand back up and get to be a part of this.
Yes.
Cannons get to shoot again. Let's go.
Ooh, 58.
I'll take it. 40.
Get it.
Oh. I'm the low one on this. Plus 3,
It's over 200.
8, 1. Oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Just enough at a total of 415 between the two volleys. First wall down, second wall down. Pushing forward, you begin to see this large center atrium. This is the main target. Asher, leaving his notes up above, marking the direction. You will have advantage on navigating the cannons into this spot.
Yes. Oh, Asher. Hell yes.
Go ahead and roll that sailing check.
I assume that's Phallus, right?
Yeah, this is Valis. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
22.
22. Pulling in front here. Oh, by the way, that's also with advantage. You can toss it again.
Oh,
See if you get that nat 20.
27.
Let's go. Sneaking here in the perfect spot. This will require dexterity for everybody else, how quick they can shoot a cannon to give Valis a second chance at maneuvering out of the way. These are going to be dexterity saving throws. The DC is going to be 14. Gitzi, success. Aelun, success. Oh, let's go! The pirate for the win!
Yarr.
Good, that'll take my low one off. All of them. Everybody can roll on this. 8 D10s. Looking for 200 again.
Ooh, I got some spicy tens in that one.
Oh.
Let's go.
Get it.
Let's go, getting up to 651. You see a massive hole just explode upon this top sentry tower. You can see marrow flooding out. Valis, one more navigation check for you to whip back around. Oh, let's go. You do it in style, baby.
Just needed to warm up. It's just ramping on.
As all those cannons miss. One last moment as this whips around. Everyone, you need to get ready. We'll be disembarking here soon. One last shot of cannons. Let's go. One last cannon fire. This is on the enemies that are pouring out. This will affect extra adds inside this fight.
Oh no.
Same roll, AG10.
Yep, same roll. There's so many dice. I can't play music.
Gitzi coming in with the
Finally.
Dang, 63.
Oh man. Big rolls, big rolls. Shit, we didn't have anybody short on this one.
Listen, when you
57.
said that this is going to impact how many bad guys, we thought, nope.
full spread, full
We're not playing
send.
around here, yeah.
$249. All right. as Skybreaker begins to make its way around. It's time to show the Fort of the Fathomless.
Oh man.
Massive joint. So all of the fighting from here on, these walls are all broken. Won over with Asher's timely use of the divine intervention. This place is just leveled up to this point. 250 points of damage. DTD coming in for 1. 2. 3. 4. And this one is going to be wounded. Bam.
These big boys are still there. Oh boy.
You guys grabbing the chains as Shikios and Hister ready them for the entire party. It is your time now. This is your war. This is your story. Godspeed. Any words, sister?
Do yourself a favor. Find the biggest guy and hit him till he dies. Full send.
Oh boy.
Sliding down those chains. Dropping in to the deepest part of the ocean. Seeing Marrow. Seeing brine cutthroats. In these elite cavaliers of the Gales. One priestess begins to float up from the Fort of the Fathomless. We have worked too hard. This is the beginning of a new era. Our era. And no one will take it from us. Defend the master at all costs. Make this your stand. I'm going to get initiatives from everyone. 1 second as I get you all in here.
Okay, we're ready for this. We're fine. It's fine.
Everything is fine.
Yeah.
It's blocked.
Thank you for that item F, chat. Hell yeah.
Dude,
Ooh.
big dog.
All right, you guys are all plugged in.
Why am I so far down? There's so many people here.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Dang.
Oh, you got 249. This guy's got 1 HP. My bad. This dude has 1 HP. You were 1 HP from getting a fifth of these guys downed.
Good. He's just hanging in there.
I'm gonna use a relentless.
Oh,
That's worse.
Ouch. Ouch.
It hurts. It hurts.
Whoa,
It all
whoa.
disappeared on me. What happened?
What, whoa. How'd
we
that,
won the fight, guys.
I went,
Woo! One.
Did they all disappear?
I went to go put my initiative on there and everyone disappeared, so.
I get it. You got a roll you didn't like, so just restart the whole thing.
Yeah.
No,
I have to. I have no idea what anybody had. So
I rolled.
I can see it all.
what if you remember what you rolled? Tell me, and I'll put it in there. If you
19
suck,
for Josiah.
feel free to re-roll.
I have no idea.
Oh, you're
I don't
23.
remember. Yeah, no, I know. I'm 23. I was saying, Mud's like, I don't remember.
Oh no, I have
23 for Asher.
Yeah. But if it's easier just to re-roll, I'm fine with that.
I'm getting too many numbers at once. Josiah, what's your final number?
19.
I man can only do so many things at once. 23 for Asher. Got it.
11.
All right. Gonna remove the dead ones from the list already. All right, here comes in the list.
Oh. Okay. Some really good rolls in there.
Oh God, Jinrid's is rough. I'm gonna use a relentless on that sucker for sure. $16, I'll take that. Put me in the middle. That's where I want to be. All right. This bad boy is gonna start off with Asher, one of the Cavalier of Gales, an insightful Brian Cutthroat, and Josiah Marquis. Would you guys like to use a restroom or fill up your beverage right here before?
Sure.
Cool. Let's do it.
Deal. Be right back.
Oh boy.
Got the chef's feast chat.
It begins. Hey, what's going on, Clap?
Too much fun. Too much fun.
Dude,
And now
I
here we
love
are in
that.
the
I
water.
love the little struggle at the very beginning. Made it perfect because he easily could have just rolled right over it. Dice got us a nice little story on there where I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna have to take information on damage to the Skybreaker.
Oh, I love it because it just gives Josiah further information that the gods are full of shit.
It was a great piece. It was a great piece.
Love it. Love it. Now we're going to see what happens with this combat.
West Wolf, you only missed a little bit of the RP whenever you jumped in because I saw you in chat. So they rode on Skybreaker down into the depths, rolled really well on their cannon shots. Have gotten here. We're able to take out almost 5 of the combatants here. They're trying to dive in the hole that they busted here. They got a few enemies to get through to get to whatever is inside this fortress.
So chat, here's one for you to watch. With Josiah giving Asher that sword, that moon touch sword, will he have the balls to use it? Unproficient, untrained. Really thought we were gonna have more time, maybe to allow him to take some swipes with somebody, but it'll be an interesting piece of his character to see how that plays out. I love it. It's my favorite
right back.
thing. Yeah, go ahead.
Just as I'm back.
Yeah, we're deep in the ocean again, and I imagine Asher's
We're
not
at
so
the
pleased
deepest
about
point. Yeah, you know.
that. We're at the deepest point of the ocean, and you don't want to be here. No.
Nope. But we here now, boy. He said the one word I didn't want to hear: mage,
It's too bad.
wizard.
It's too bad we didn't get to Valis and Chikios and Hister and Kiki didn't stick around too much longer because I was hoping we'd get another interaction where I could give you my Aelunith, but didn't happen.
Aelunith?
My sword that does magic missile and enhances all your spells.
Oh my God.
Would have been cool.
A wondrous item.
I love how Hister took a liking to Aelun out of everybody just because he's like, yeah, this is the guy who's willing to run headlong into a fucking brick wall and not give a shit about it.
To be honest, I don't even know if RoBear would let you give that to me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he would. It's not that overpowered.
I mean, it would be really cool if you had it, but you know,
I mean, that would be dope. But I mean, Asher.
I found ways to break it by using the arcane barrage, where you can expend all the charges at once, and you can also tack on every one of your spell slots for one big hit.
Yeah.
So I'd spend like 20 spell slots, and I'd have like a 40 D4 attack or something.
Pretty great.
So it's a nice sword.
Sorry, I was just Chad asked me how many swords Josiah had at this point, and the answer is 4. Now just 3.
We get a lot of swords. Hell, even Aelun has 2 swords now.
Oh, dude, we didn't get a chance to talk about this. At least I don't remember. But you strapping the sword to your nub and taking it into the coral was one of the coolest RP moments for your character I can ever remember. Like his and it's just his stubbornness and his fighter mentality that, you know what, I'm gonna strap this to my arm and I'm gonna find a way to be the most deadly person around in it.
Yeah,
love that.
Kind of a lot of stuff happening. I mean, you know, it's just it was an interesting choice to make, because he either like does something like that or completely shuts down, or, you know, you never know. But that seemed like more the choice.
Very cool. Very freaking cool.
You know, plus it's you know, it was all predicated on him completely misunderstanding Gitzi's point.
I mean, that's what he does.
So,
Caustic, is that just straight up white bread? Or are you eating like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
It's toast. It's a toast sandwich. I didn't have time to make anything else.
So wait, it's two pieces of toast jammed together?
And a lot of butter.
Done. I can't take any more.
West Wolf, I've got a Chikios regrew my arm, so I've got my arm back, and I have the metal arm. So I got the arm back.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
I do have one.
Whoa, it stopped the music.
I haven't had music for a while.
Mm.
There it goes.
I've got it.
Ew.
All right, since radio can hear us, Asher.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Asher kind of like looks out and surveys all these creatures in front of him and realizes that Aelun's right by his side. And kind of, I think, still kind of reeling from just what happened not too long ago, and seeing him kind of, he's gonna kind of touch his coral ring. He's gonna tap Aelun's shoulder and say, This might help you just hit a little harder and keep you alive. And I will use the coral skin from the ring, which gives you one. Max gives you 13 temporary hit points.
Let's go.
And anytime that you make an unarmed strike, it deals an extra 1d4 slashing damage on hit. And every time at the start of your turn, you gain another 2d4 plus 4 temporary HP.
Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. 2d4
Plus 4.
4 every round?
Or
My
plus
turn?
5, sorry. 2d4 plus 5.
On my turn?
On your turn. And then each of your unarmed strikes, you get an extra d4 of slashing.
Okay. Got it.
All
How
right.
long does that last?
It'll be for a minute, and you will. It's like concentration on it. So your DC is Asher.
Is it con spell?
17.
17. Cool.
Yeah. And can I cast a cantrip? As a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's my action to. So I tap you and then I look and you see he's kind of like still not sure and unwary. So he's gonna see this really injured marrow folk and he's just gonna I'll just try small and I'm gonna cast Firebolt at him and see if I can summon the flame underneath the water.
Aim small, miss small, Asher.
Making that steam damage. I love it.
Pew 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 pew
Let's
pew.
go.
DTD in style, my friend.
Man, if only that was like something else, but all right, that's fine. I'll just roll the damage
Overkill.
anyway. Yeah, okay. It's 20 fire critical damage as I make him explode. It just like throws it off, and then I just look at my hand and I'm like, oh my god. and then I'm gonna step behind Gitzi.
Oh, thanks.
That's gonna be my turn.
No, it's fine. Get behind me, dear. Let me die first. It'll be okay.
Cavalier of Gales. This one right here. It is going to come swimming in,
Oh my god.
and it is going to circle back around, seeing you pop off the first firebolt.
Oh, come on.
Dude. If it runs by me, do I get a swing?
No, it's not. It's not going to be by you. It's going to keep its distance. It is going to use its lance with distance on you, Asher.
Can
Oh, let's go! Oh my god. You somehow draw all the nat ones out of me you possibly can.
Question. Since it's a nat 1, can I use Hellish Rebuke even though he didn't hit me? To just say no as flames reach out from me.
Normally I would say no, but story-wise, you think you're getting hit. You're terrified, and like, I will allow you to will this upon yourself that you believe that you are scared as shit. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, and I will give this to you if you get above 16. Oh, leave it right with it. 16 on the money.
Nice.
Send that hellish rebuke.
Get it.
Right, it's just a feature, so it's not a lot, but it's 11 fire damage to the horseman.
Which all applies now. As you can see, the steam boil up around it in its water form. Let's
I moved
go.
behind her to not get hit.
But listen, you'll have to shrink a little bit. You're a little taller than me.
It's gonna lose its second attack. It's just gonna have to swim down and get its lance that it lost. End of its turn. Old, insightful Brian Cutthroat is going to swim up. It's coming straight for Josiah.
Are these the auto-generated descriptors?
Yes.
A nonchalant marrow.
They were supposed to be numbers, and I got the names.
Could be worse.
Seemly Brian Cutthroat.
21 to hit, Josiah.
God, these guys are hitting. Yeah. They use uncanny dodge. Half that.
Are you immune to poison?
This character, no, he's not immune to poison.
All right. 13 points of poison damage. You have 1 mote of poison on you. With these guys, if you take 5 motes of poison, you will become poisoned as the condition.
So using uncanny dodge, I'm having that. So
You
what
were
is the
still
total
poisoned,
damage?
so you're getting 1 mote of poison.
Right. 1 mote of poison and 7.
Yes, 7. Correct. I'm going to keep track of motes of poison via this little guy over here. A little counter. Boom. You got 1. All right. Poison spine.
God, these guys are hitting everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, my bad. You got to do the DC 15 con save from the previous, from the sword attack.
It's a dex.
No, it's con save.
Oh, I'll just click the button. 17.
You do not have the mode on you. You're going to be able to resist it. All right, 19 poison spine. Does it hit?
It hits.
Jesus.
16 points of piercing and poison damage. DC 17 con save. These are worth 2 motes.
Ouch. All right, come on. Hit that 17.
Boom.
Yeah.
Let's go. You'll
Keep
be
your
able to
mode.
resist it.
I'll take the damage. There goes those temporary hit points. Guys, you're so safe.
Even the
Josiah.
little guys hit hard.
This is gonna go fast.
It is your turn.
All right. Just taking care of card business here. Thank you guys for the fighting spirit. I'll add that to the stack. Oh yeah, Josiah's pulling out that new sword.
By the way, how Witcher is this piece?
I love it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I love
So
it.
deep.
I'm in it.
He's gonna take a swipe at him with Tide Cutter in his main hand.
Yeah, baby.
Nice.
Let's go. That'll hit.
So the damage on that. This is without the sneak attack, which I will roll as soon as I find it on this sheet because it always evades me. Where are you, sneak attack? Oh, there it is. Ha
Ah,
ha! Yeah, let me roll it.
Oh,
Ouch.
another
Okay.
13 points, but it is on death's door. They don't have much HP. Or at least this one
Nice.
doesn't.
Glass cannon.
nice
Mouth.
save there.
My offhand, I'm going to use the old shrimp pistol. I'm going to pull the Kirkley. I'm going to slash and shoot.
Let's go,
Love it.
pirate.
Hell yeah. Be that pirate. Yeah. Yo ho, yo ho. Oh.
Yo.
That is-
Wait, hold on.
Yo,
Wait. That's not right. That doesn't calculate my
It's missing.
whatchamacallit.
Yeah, you got a +0 on there. You don't have your proficiency modifier, which is a +4. So give me 1 second here. I got your sheet pulled up as well. shooting out of a gun, you should still be hitting at least +8 on that. So it would be, yours would be a 10. That's a 19, so that hits.
Comes the damage. It's an additional 12 points of damage. Let's go.
12, right on the money, DTD.
As he grabs his sword, swipes up, cuts him down the middle, grabs his shrimp pistol, puts it right to the middle of his forehead, pulls the trigger. Come for me in my realm.
Till it goes click. Question, did you roll the shrimp pistol on D&D Beyond or Inside Foundry?
Inside Foundry.
Okay, got you. Okay. I'll fix it in Foundry.
Okay.
Cavalier of...
Trying to work more out
I'm
of
not gonna lie,
Foundry than
every
on
time I see Cavalier of Gales, I just think Gale Everstorm.
The memory. I know him.
I just think about the time that I played a cavalier who couldn't ride a horse.
Well, should have done better.
I know that guy.
Remember the times. All right, shrimp pistol's fixed. It's the +10 and it's got the proper on it.
Awesome.
You may just have to refresh if you don't see it. All right. Any movement from you, Josiah Marquis?
I'm next to my homeboy. I'm gonna stay locked in here just because you never know when you might have to use some cards.
Cavalier of Kales from the other side. Going to swim in. It is also going to come back around for Asher.
Oh
my God. No.
Lance shot. Oh, let's go. It's low again.
Misses.
Let's go, dude.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Let's go, dude. Let's go. Seeing the Lance shot come in and miss on that. Ooh, he's gonna Ray of Frost you. Whoa.
Oh boy. No.
Oh my God. Oh.
Ouch.
Max damage almost. 36 points of cold damage.
He goes all the temp hit HP and hey, that. I just want to remind everyone I'm a wizard. That was a cantrip. Oh boy.
You're fine.
Ooh.
Man, I'm going to activate my Sea Stone rune immediately on my turn. These things gotta get back. This thing's gotta get back now. As I'm gonna use that Force Cone Blast. It does the same damage as my Guiding Bolt, so I'm just gonna do its damage. If they hit, they gotta make a DC 17. Let's go.
Come on.
Roll low.
Thank God it's con. No.
Oh my God. Dude, that's back-to-back 20s for him.
Oh my God.
That's not what we wanted.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a real. That sucks. That sucks, bud.
Oh God. Oh God. Okay. Next one. Next one up.
I just wave at him. I'm in danger.
It's gonna fail. Let's go. This guy's gonna be knocked back 15 feet.
Hell yeah.
Take 17 points of radiant damage. This guy will take half. And then I'm gonna send my chalice over to you, Asher. Since you're looking beat up already. Oh yeah, I need to roll a, let's see if I get max first. Come on, baby. Come on, give me a 20.
Just a bit outside.
Missed it by that much.
But mine is up to 2d8 plus 8, so this is gonna be good. This should be hot. 16.
That'll do. Oh nope, that's damage. And we're back, baby.
This marrow over here is going to target you, Aelun, with its harpoon. 26 to hit.
Deflect missiles? Is it throwing it?
You can certainly try.
Okay. 26 to hit. Where's my... should be plus 10. Ah. Not enough inspo. Nope.
Sucker's gonna hit. Strength saving throw. DC 16.
Nope.
Oh. You're gonna get hit by that poon and then pulled directly towards the marrow.
I have it Indomitable. Does that let me reroll a saving throw?
Yes, it does.
Okay, let me retry.
Oh, it was almost there. It was almost there.
That's not great, buddy.
No, it's not.
Oh, and it's of course it's max damage.
Cool. 25 points of piercing damage as you're pulled forward. Pulled in close. It's going to try and give a chomp on you. Oh, good. 16 doesn't hit, does it?
Nope.
Let's go. It's going to miss the chomp.
Just realizing this is a real deadly fight. Oh man, this is real bad.
It's gonna be harder than we anticipated.
I'm nervous. I'm real nervous.
Smoke them if you got them is what it is. Smoke them if you got them. It is.
Yeah.
It is designed for you guys to go all out and not fidget around.
Yep.
In the Marrow's turn, Brian's gonna swim up towards Jinrid.
I thought you said Brian.
Brian. Oh, let's go! Let's go! One hit is gonna miss. Drop down. This guy is currently prone, available to hit with advantage.
Suck it, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
He's getting changed right now. He's the pale Brian Throat.
Pale Brian.
He's a pale Brian throat.
Oh my god, end of his turn. Logical. They're not gonna mess with me. They're gonna go to Gitzi.
Come on, bring it.
I'm not afraid of you.
$16, not gonna get it done. Poison Spine coming in. Let's go! We got 2 down, prone, spinning out of control.
Jeez.
That's right. You come for the Sea Queen and you're going to die.
Oh, you're calling yourself the Sea Queen now.
No, I kind of regret that, but it's already out there.
Hey, you know what? You put it out there. We'll see what happens.
Sea Queen 96.
Sea Queen, more like sequences.
Harpoon
96.
going into Josiah.
1996. Secret.
Oh, God. 26 is going to hit.
Strength saving throw.
Híjole. 17.
Oh man, just making it. Not gonna be reeled in. You're just gonna take the damage. 23 points of piercing.
That hurts a lot. Ouch.
It's
Wow.
ju-
We're just taking bits and pieces out of us right now.
it's just gonna retract the harpoon, and that's gonna be it for its turn. It's gonna stay locked into where it's at. And that's lazy marrow, so it's It's on point.
I want to.
Like, hey, man, it didn't hit. I mean, it hit, but it didn't get to get him. So, I don't fuck, I give up.
Hey, Loon, it is your turn.
Aelun is going to just rip that harpoon out of his body as he gets javelined across this ocean. He's going to look at this what is this, a marrow in front of him?
Mm-hmm.
He'll look at this marrow and just I am the weapon. I am the weapon. As he transforms into Rook as my bonus action. And I'm going to pull out that Vorpal sword. And then I'm also, before I do that, I'm going to use my helmet to give me advantage for the next minute on anybody who is not full health, who has taken damage.
Let's go.
So
Wait, we all get advantage?
No,
just
this
me.
is Selma.
I get, it's like the, what's it called? Blood Fury or something?
Oh, I
Yep,
get-
Blood Frenzy.
Blood Frenzy, yeah. So I get advantage on anybody who's not full health for a minute. All right, coming in with the first strike of this sword. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
I almost saw that 20 and got real excited.
Oh, if there was one to decapitate, it would be these guys for sure.
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
Okay, so damage coming in for those. First one's gonna be max damage 16.
Let's go. Let's go.
Second one's gonna be 10 damage, so 26 total damage. Coming out of that, I'm gonna roll my hit points from Asher's spell.
84 plus 5.
Yep, got that. So I'm getting back 12 temp hit points. And do I have to roll a con from taking that javelin?
No, it's just on the shot. You.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes, you do need to roll a con save on the javelin shot. How much damage did you take? Shit. For harpoon. 23? No, that was.
No, I had.
It was the first one. I'm almost back to
Pretty
it.
sure it was 16,
It was
right?
25 points of piercing on it.
25, You're right. So what do I gotta roll?
So it's a 13.
13. Okay.
13 or higher. Come on, baby. Come on. Yes, let's go. Let's keep that bad boy up.
Thanks for
I'm
the-
getting you. I'm a healer now, guys.
Coral skin, baby.
As that Asher has that spell, literally as he rips out that javelin and transforms into Rook, that wound just closes up.
Coral. Ooh,
That's it.
this brine boy's gonna swim up.
Oh, I still have exhaustion. Why is that? Should be gone.
The seemly brine cutthroat coming in, swinging the sword.
That'll hit. I don't think I have any reactions.
20 points of piercing and poison. 20 points total. Good God, they're rolling hot.
What's the piercing? Because that'll be half.
Piercing was the lowest. Got a 1
Can I see it?
plus 4. You'll be able to take 2 points off.
Okay, so 18. Got it. 18 points of damage, and then I have to make
DC
that
15 con save.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Why?
Yikes. At least it was at the blade, so it's just doubled. So you're going to take 2 points
Okay.
on the poison. 5 of them, 5 motes, and you get the poison condition.
Oh, I thought that was for him making the save for the coral, not the poison. My bad.
Yeah, no, he's
I made that save.
he's gonna have to make those saves here in just a second.
Oh, I do have to make another one, yeah.
Yep. Let
I
her
thought
eat.
that's what you were talking about. So I was like, well, there goes that. And I was
10
like,
on
oh,
that
it's the
one?
poison.
Nope. That one's just on the poison. Oh, let's go! Let's go! You're gonna be immune to the next one. You get a freebie. Let's go.
That was for the coral, I thought, because I rolled the nat 1 on the poison.
Yes, that is for the coral. So your next, even if you get hit on this next one, you're gonna have a free auto save for coral. Let's go. Most mud thing that could have happened.
I need something. I rolled 3 nat ones and I gotta balance it out somehow.
Yeah.
All right. Spine. Oh no. Oh
Look
God.
at these 20s on these spines.
Is this the one attacking me?
Yeah, this is its second shot. 39 points of piercing and poison. I'm getting you the piercing right now.
Okay.
You're gonna take 4 points from it. So you're gonna take 6 off of this. So it's gonna be 33 total points.
Okay.
Jesus.
Oh.
Got
But
it.
hey, you're gonna auto save from that.
I gotta make it back to my turn first.
You auto save on that. On this one, you got to throw a nat 20 on this Constitution save. Otherwise, you're going to take 4 motes of poison.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
It was on a nat 1 for a second there. Woo.
All right.
Yeah.
You are poisoned now.
Okay. Cool. That was fast.
You have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
So flat rolls on attacks because of my helmet then? At least on the hurt people.
On the hurt ones until we can get that mode of poison removed off. Now, things that remove poison, lesser restoration, paladin's cleansing, any of those, even just 1 HP from Gitzi's
Also-
heal removes 1 thing
Also
of
my
poison
monk
off.
abilities.
What's that?
Also monk abilities.
I don't know what you're asking.
The stillness of mind monk ability.
Give it to me.
You can use your action to end 1 effect on yourself.
Yes. Also,
Well, that's charmed or frightened though, I think.
Yeah, it is. It's just
Yeah,
charmed
okay,
or
never
frightened.
Never mind.
all right. That's the end of its turn. Oh, this one's dead. We can remove it. Let's go, Gitzi. It is your turn.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Seeing these 2 prone in front of me.
But you're just making this too easy, aren't you?
And she's going to pull out. You know what? We're going to go with the trident. The trident. And I'm just going to stab into them. Seems like the right thing to do.
I suppose this is an easy way to go fishing, isn't it?
So on this first one, trying to figure out which one this one is. Logical. On the logical one directly in front of her.
Got it.
Oh,
No.
One! The trident has never worked for me. Forget this.
He was listening right there.
We are getting effed right now.
Oh,
Trident hates me.
You
That one.
You can swing again with one of your other weapons, but it will be at disadvantage as you are also floating.
Great. Great. Did I have advantage since it was prone?
Oh, you did have advantage because it was
Okay,
prone.
thank God.
Oh my God. Yes.
Thank God they were prone.
Hey, that's better.
31.
Night and day.
Better.
Oh man,
Oh my
saved.
God.
Saved.
Oh, mirrors though. Oof.
Clutch.
West Wolf coming in with a reminder out there in chat land.
Oh, my heart was freaking out there for a minute.
Yeah, that was not one that we needed.
No, it was not. That was not going well for us. Okay.
Finally, you stuck something with your fork. Now kill it.
Right? It is not letting me. Okay, we'll just do it with one hand. There we go. Boom. You take those. Why didn't it roll? Did I see the damage drop?
10 points of piercing damage.
No, it's not showing for me. But okay, as long as you all can see it. 10 points of piercing damage. Take that.
First swing.
All right, we're going again. With advantage.
28 will hit.
28 will hit. Let's roll that damage again.
How about you just stay on the ground, yes? It'd be much easier for us this way.
12 points of piercing damage. I'm going to throw on top of that one my cool thing that I do because I'm a paladin.
Smite?
Yes.
Yes. I love that. Makes
I'm
me
gonna
real
throw
happy.
that cool thing that I do because I'm a paladin.
The cool thing that I do that you
Lay
won't
on
know.
hands.
Gitzi, I'm sorry we didn't get to spend some more time together, but you know what? You're a paladin. You smite the shit out of everything, all right?
Okay, Gitzi, you're using your trident right now, and you're only
Yes.
swinging one-handed.
Yes. Well, because I typically it wasn't giving me the two-handed one, so I was just gonna go
Okay,
with it.
so to get the two-handed roll, you go up because we have you set off of it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you, so go up to the B right now.
Yeah.
That's across from your name, and the versatile weapon choice you can change that.
Oh, okay.
That's where you go to change it to two-handed whenever you need it. So what I'm gonna do, because you get essentially that was up from a 1d6, so you have the opportunity to get 4 more points of damage. Just roll 1d4.
Okay.
Max D4. Let's go. Come on, baby.
Boom. 1. So
Scheiße.
close.
Scheiße. We'll take it though.
Yeah. Hey,
Take every
Every
point we
little
get.
any
bit
point
counts.
matters.
We'll take what we can get. All
All
right.
right, then let's tag on that divine smite on there. There's some
Yes!
an additional 15 damage.
Does it kill it?
Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. On the money. Let's go. DTD.
Yeah.
That 1 point matters. That 1 point matters.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
It
it does.
He's gonna stab that trident in and then just gonna twist it around a little bit, using that divine smite to, mix up his innards.
Fish flurry. I love it.
A blender of sorts.
Never had shrimp oatmeal before.
Good.
It's a small little, a little tornado, a hurricane of blood and fish guts.
You see that cupcake? Ah!
Yeah, I love it.
The
I
immolating
see it every
cupcake.
time. It's so good.
Whose is that? That's Eden's. Ah! That one's good. All right. Anything else for your turn, Gitzi?
No, that'll be it.
Last brine cutthroat. Seeing you just kill that one, it's gonna swim up over here on this side of you, Gitzi.
Okay.
$23 to hit.
Will hit. Yep.
Con saving throw. $15 points of piercing and poison damage. Oh no!
That's another nat 1.
Why are we?
Man.
Why, guys? Why?
Why are we?
2 motes of
That's all I
poison
got.
on.
This is fine. Cool. Cool. It's poison.
There we go. Now we can see his list. All right, and then spine coming in. 21 to hit.
Yep, 21 will hit.
Con save again. Okay.
13.
Failure, but it's only 2 motes. You're 2 away from being poisoned.
Cool. That's fine. How much damage am I taking total?
Total, you're 29.
29. Okay. Adjusted.
All right. High Priestess going in the initiative order. Oh, good deal. It's in the back. 8. Top of the round, Asher.
Oh, okay, all right. Seeing the Cavalier of Gales and just getting hit with one and it hurting, and then kind of feeling like he's getting enclosed. He like glances over and sees Aelun getting circled and surrounded, and he just kind of like floats up a little bit, like maybe 3 feet, just so he can see a little bit more. And then he's just gonna like close his eyes for a second, and he's gonna open them, and you're just gonna see this glint of red as I will subtle spell cast Steel Wind Strike, and I'm going to aim at all 4 of the big boys around me, and probably the one right next to me.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, so I'll start. Well, I guess I'll start with the one in front of Aelun here. Which one is that? That's the nonchalant marrow. Oh my fuck!
No. No.
Why is this happening?
You're gonna lose one of those Steel Wind Strikes.
Oh, you okay?
Lit. All right, going to, so I was gonna shoot it, okay, well, I was gonna shoot at this one, but that one's gone, so I'll go to this one, which is, the lazy marrow.
Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. 25 will hit.
It's gonna take 38 force damage.
Get it.
Yes.
And then the gale down here to the right, well, they're both named the same, so.
28 will hit.
Take 34 force damage.
Let's go. Good roll.
And then the last one.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. Big damage.
I'm gonna add a brutal crit. Blah, blah. Blah. All right, so I will just roll the damage, I guess. It's 60-10, so do this. Plus an additional 10 and another D10.
70 plus this roll. 101. 109 points.
That's good. We needed that.
DTD on that Cavalier of Gales. Let's go.
Turns out he does wield a sword.
Man, that was a clutch fucking time to drop a 20. Let's go.
And then that's that's all I got, I guess. Yep, that's my turn. Because he's still within range of me. So I'm just gonna be up against Gitzi's shell.
Hide in there. It's fine.
Josiah Marquis, it is your turn, then the Cavalier of Gales. Starting to carve your way out of the death box.
Wow. I really feel like we are in a death box at this point.
Yeah.
You haven't got to the priestess yet.
I know, that's what I'm worried about.
Maybe.
You know what?
Maybe.
You're not helping. You're not helping right now. My mental state is fragile.
Namesake
No.
dropping. Unleashing gifted subs. Thank you.
No.
He just casted Steel Wind Sub.
Oh God.
That was actually good. You get a laugh out of that.
Tide cutter and shrimp pistol in hand. We're going on the guy who's in front of Jinrid. Despite all the, well, I mean, I got to roll to hit first. Good God.
Yeah.
No!
Is that what I saw?
What is happening
Oh
right now?
my
What
God.
is going on?
Holy shit.
Oh, that hurts.
Ow. I think we've all rolled a nat 1 on our turns.
This is ridiculous. You are now prone. You got disadvantage.
Wait. Did he have advantage to roll against that one because it was prone?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
he's
do
prone.
actually, because I do have. Thank you.
We
Oh,
keep forgetting.
Save you.
Jesus.
I hope it saves you. Come on.
I really hope it does too.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Better.
Yeah.
Better. It's not a 1.
15.
15 just hits. It is the AC.
Yes.
Oh my God, Becky. Woo!
Dude, saved by these folks rolling their ones.
Gosh.
No crap. There's that. I got sneak attack damage that's coming in as well. Jeez. Collapse, damn you.
I'm gonna light a candle for you.
We need a candle. I need every candle I can get. I'm lighting a candle. You say Hail Mary. You put Josiah's name in there.
That was a good shut about.
Light a candle for your party.
There's the straight up tide cutter shot on the guy in front of Jinrid. 20 points damage. He's just gonna shoot him with the shrimp pistol next.
Shrimp him.
I'm gonna shrimp the hell out of this guy. Tell you what, right now. Oh, that one was way too close. Did it actually get my proficiency on that one? No, it did not. It did not add my proficiency.
You gotta refresh your sheet, dog.
I did. I refreshed everything.
Don't know what to tell you. That'll be plus 7. 17 will hit. Roll damage.
Bang.
$11 points. Still up.
Hmm.
That's all I got. Do I want to move? No, I'm going to stay locked in here with you guys. There's a lot going on here. And plus, I got angry, grumpy guy over there. I'm not moving. Nope, that's going to end it. Refresh all this again.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you see plus 10 now on shrimp pistol.
Oh boy.
All right. Lance shot coming in at Asher.
Figured that.
Yeah.
You're pretty. Yeah.
Just gonna hit.
Misses.
Oh, let's go.
What's your AC now?
18. I have a +5 dex.
Holy shit.
I'm dexterous. I'm just not
Look.
strong.
Same.
Man, missing that lance shot again. Charges up the other hand.
I'm not again.
Actually, you know what? No, they're going all in. They're going in. They're going to swing that lance again because it hasn't hit at all. 21 to hit.
Shield.
Shield goes up.
Smoke him if you got him.
Mm.
So yeah, as that second one comes in, you just see me throw my hand up, and this red arcane like runes just flash before as a shield as the lance hits it, and doesn't hit me.
They will action surge. They are furious. Coming in with another lance shot. What is your AC now?
23.
23. Oh, let's go! Full on tin cup. Asher defending each and every way. This thing is absolutely lost its mind on you. Last lance shot. Oh, let's go! Let's go, baby!
That's how this works.
Oh my god. Oh wow, they rolled
Untouchable
so
tonight.
low.
I got your back, Gitzi. Just throwing them. Ooh, that could have been real bad, guys. Could have been real bad.
Wisdom saving throw for their movement. Disadvantage.
Oh,
Look at the 1 and They're staying there.
Wow.
They are not going back in a defensive position. They are absolutely losing their mind. They will attack you again, Asher.
Oh man.
That's got exhaustion on it, doesn't it?
No.
Oh my god.
Jinrid's turn. Seeing Rook getting waxed over here. Cavalier Gale's on her ass. This guy right in front of him. Oh man. Seeing him rough, fuck it. I'm gonna use my dagger and I'm gonna use it in an offhand because I'm taking off to a swim towards Root. Oh, no, he wouldn't know. He doesn't know that this guy's in a fury. He's gonna take 2 attacks of opportunity. I'm going to distance spell using one of my meta feats, and I'm gonna distance spell Lesser Restoration towards you, Aelun.
Okay.
You are not gonna be poisoned anymore. You're gonna go down to 0 motes. Restoration, 2nd level spell gone. One of my metas gone. Then I'm gonna use my my archer as my bonus action. I'm just gonna try to point blank this dude. Come on, baby.
Yeah, I love that.
Come on. Oh my god, I rolled a 1-2. Holy shit.
Oh man.
16 bailing me out though.
Jeez, I don't. Ugh.
So scary.
I'm already nervous about this fight. The way we're rolling.
We're not even in. We're trying to get in. 15 points of damage. Let's go. That dude's gonna go down. DTD on them. Star form archer, point blank through the eye and out the other. That dude is down. That'll be the end of my turn because we're stuck in this. Ugh, the marrow that has Aelun. It's gonna shoot you, Asher.
Oh, really?
No, it's not. Doesn't have a line of sight on it. It's gonna shoot Gitzi.
Try it. Probably will hit.
Oh, let's go. That's gonna miss.
Whoa.
Let's go. Just gonna drop claws on you, Aelun. Not gonna hit you either. Let's go. Turn the tides. Turn the tides. These are gone. Lazy marrow on the other side. This one's gonna target Josiah again. Harpoon shot coming in. Oh, not the 20 though. 19.
19 will hit.
Strength saving throw, DC 17. Do it again.
I don't even see a strength saving throw on there.
It's not. You just got to roll it. If you choose to half it, it'll be 11. Oh,
Yeah,
15. I'm going to use my wheel on you as my reaction. Get it. You're going to save.
I'll also I'll half that damage.
Let's go. You're going to take 11 points.
Not looking too healthy right now. 69, dude.
And because it's lazy, it's going to roll it up.
Oh my god.
It's not moving its spot. Back over to Rook.
Rook's just gonna look at this this Brian Cutthroat and just,
I'll be right back.
I'm gonna use bonus action Step of the Wind to disengage from these guys. And as my giant wings flare out, I'm gonna use them to propel me through the water. First, over to this guy for an attack with my sword.
Advantage because they are now bloodied.
Yep. 30 to hit.
I really need to start critting on 19s.
I know, right? 30 to hit.
30 will hit.
Let me roll max damage on that hit. So 16 points of damage there. And then I will swing again. With advantage. 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 points.
9 on the money. That gets it done. You got just enough. DTD.
Okay. So I will dice that guy up. Let me roll my health from
God
master.
damn it! Rook, that was my bird!
So I get 10 hit points back on from the coral. And then still using my my Step of the Wind, because I have double my movement. I'm gonna move 50 feet right back to where I was.
That's dope. That's fucking dope.
I love it.
Some Mortal Kombat shit.
Just fly out, fly back in.
Oh, Brian Cutthroat. Very, very enthused that you've made your way back. 25 to hit.
Counter-strike.
Counter-strike coming in. Needs to beat a 25. Oh!
Inspo?
Inspo, you can do it.
Boom.
Just gets it. 26.
Good God.
Jeez, sir.
Am I rolling my damage or his damage?
You roll your damage.
Okay. 10 points of slashing damage.
Let's see here. No, you didn't roll that 20. So there's you have you have a chance to roll. Oh, I was thinking in my head, I was like, oh, did you have a chance to see if you hit with your Vorpal? But you do automatically. If you roll a 20, it's all right. 10 points back on him.
And now I have advantage against him.
Spine attack. 20 to hit.
That'll hit.
DC 17 con saving throw. 19 points. With the piercing, it did 3 plus.
Well,
Let's go.
20.
No, we need the decapitation there, damn it. You will take no motes of poison on you. You're going to, let's see here, 5, 8. You'll take 4 less points from that. So it'll be 15 points.
Is that already taken out the piercing?
Yep, that's taking out the piercing.
Okay. 15. Got it. There goes those 10 hit points. Those are coming in handy.
Yeah.
Get like 10, 12 hit points every round.
Hey, you guys got strong magic weapons, so I didn't fuck around with getting my shit set. I need something to put the pressure on you guys. It's going to be the end of their turn. They're going to stay locked in. Gitzi, it is your turn.
Putting that trident away, she's gonna swing out that hammer right here on our kind little friend next to her on the left. Whichever one of the million ones this one. Steady. The steady Brian. Steady Brian.
Steady Brian.
Steady Brian is
Oh my God, did we not celebrate Brian's death? I can't even remember which one.
Which one was Brian? First of his name.
He's gone.
He's gone. God, we did.
There's too many Brians. He was
Died
the
as he
caught in the
lived.
middle child.
Died as he lived.
Let her eat.
Whipping out that hammer.
Here we go.
25 will hit.
Nice.
Since you're right there, you're probably using both hands on the hammer.
Yeah. Let me hit a refresh. It's
Brian Smash.
And of course, to note, we are adding that divine smite on top of that because it's the smart thing we need to do, and I just want these to die.
So it's a 1d10 plus 8 on this roll.
Yes, it is not throwing me the B, so I'm just going to manually put it over here.
I really want to see what your setup does sometime. I'm very curious to what it looks like.
I get the plus or the B for everything else, but it's not showing up on the two-handed for me. Boom, 14 points of damage.
Let's
on
go.
That first hit. And then for our divine smite, an additional 17 for that first hit.
Let's go. It is on death's door.
Good, because we're hitting it again.
Yes.
Taking that hammer down, crushing it.
Let's go.
25 will hit, so let's do that damage.
Crushing it.
Crushing it. Boom. 11 points of damage on top of it.
Oh, just has a
Continually
little
bringing that hammer
left.
down.
No. Is there no smite on top of that?
I hit it for the first time.
You can use them whenever you want.
Yeah, you can
Again?
smite anytime you hit, you can smite.
Yep.
Yeah, I just prefer not to overdo it. But sure, we'll do it again.
Just kick him in the shin. Like 1 HP.
1 HP.
Just
Sure,
kick
we'll
him.
just keep doing it again. It's just kind of boring to keep doing the same thing, but
Paladins. Just
Yeah.
smite the hell out of him every time you swing.
and
Just force feed him some fruit or something.
yeah.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Nice, Adam.
Anything else for your turn, Gitzi?
All right, scene. Nope, that will be it for now, because we've got our lovely friend here behind us.
Yeah, here comes the pain.
Mm. Mm.
Priestess's turn. We have had enough of these interlopers! She begins concentrating on a spell.
I don't have counterspell.
Jeez, way too far for me to do anything.
No, we've talked about this, Adam. Counterspell. If you can see it, you can counterspell.
Yeah, but also I use my reaction to cast shield. So.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Which, to be fair, did save me from like 5 attacks, but. Ugh.
Oh, she's got really red eyes.
Are you hitting on the underwater priests?
It's like a General Zod situation going on back here.
Like in my book.
You begin to see a massive wave envelop from almost a mile back as this underwater wave comes in. Destructive wave as she swims forward, comes crashing forwards. 5th level, con save DC 19.
Those nearby me get a +1.
Check their 20 and stick it.
Let's go.
What was the save?
DC 19.
All right, I'm using an inspo.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna switch things up. That's not enough.
There's a +1 from Gitzi too.
23.
Yes, I did mention that.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a.
Making sure everybody heard it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna use a lucky. New con save. Oh no.
No.
That's terrible.
Okay. We'll be right
Oh,
back after
no.
this
It
break.
hit that.
Oh no.
For both.
Damage.
Oh, good God.
Okay.
I love how none of the totals. Oh, I got to scroll up. Never mind.
16 points of thunder, 23 points of necrotic, 20 points of radiant.
Okay.
So you take half of damage. So that's what, 30?
I may be dead.
Oh, holy shit.
I may be dead.
That didn't look good. I took all 59 of that too.
Let's see. Necrotic, Radiant, Thunder.
I
Are
am
you dead?
barely alive.
Oh man.
6 HP.
Yep, same. Big same.
I lost half my health there, and I saved.
And you even say
If only it was a dex save, I could have used evasion.
Mm.
Wait. Oh, wait. I had half damage, right? Because I saved.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then it's not as bad as I thought.
So 30 points for everybody who saved, 59 for those who didn't, and 90 points for me who decide to roll lucky. Phew.
Rough.
Priestess ain't no joke. That guy is out of the initiative order. Thank God. Top of the round is Asher. I'm going to let you guys refresh your beverage, use the restroom real quick.
cool.
Holy shit. Oh. It just got real. We usually play for about 3.5 to 4 hours. We got this. Oh. Battle's been doing one of these. Holy shit. Thank God for those temp hit points. I had 23 temp hit points. Otherwise, I would have got one shot. Oof. Thanks for the fighting spirit.
Oh, good God. All I can say is that we needed every Ken ball coming into this fight. Because if we had to fight too many more of those
brines.
Yeah. That's death.
Fucking Brian.
And Brian.
Brian.
All right, I'm using the restroom real quick.
Freaking Brian. Oh, just a party of Brians. Like she got lazy in naming them. I'm like, oh, this one's Brian, and that one's also Brian.
From this day forward, you will be known as Brian.
Brian.
And you, Brian.
It's actually probably much more like the Seven Dwarves, right? They just get names that are characteristics of them in front of it.
I love that.
Pale. You're pale. Congratulations. You're pale Brian now.
You're lazy, Brian.
Kind of rude.
But I don't want to be lazy, Brian. Shut up, you're lazy.
This is what you are.
Okay.
You're gonna have to just lean into it at this point. Oh well. But we only have a lot of big bad guys left.
Yeah, big hit though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
look at
A lot of
everyone's
big
almost
bad guys.
everyone's at least half health now.
Yes. That ain't gonna be pretty.
it's not pretty.
Yeah.
Nope.
I don't like all this fighting underwater because all of my all of my resistance to piercing and bludgeoning damage really doesn't mean shit down here.
I mean, piercing a little bit.
Yeah,
A
but
lot of it's poison.
Mostly
Fairness,
magic and poison
Been
down here.
complaining about being underwater far longer. You just have to think more creatively, I guess.
I mean, you know.
Asher, it is
Oh, you're
your
back.
turn.
Crap.
Ugh.
Cool.
Still with a big bad gale behind you. Rook surrounded.
Oh man, I don't want to be. Now this sucks. that rider being there really sucks.
That is its job.
Because I don't want to be here anymore. Oh man. I am going to cast banishment on the rider. The cavalier, I mean.
Counter spell.
Knew that was coming.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that would get counterspelled was the riders. Everything else was a freebie on banishment, but the rider is in the counterspell territory. This will be not their reaction. This will be a legendary reaction. So
Sweet.
Priestess still has a reaction.
So it's gonna be like that, huh?
All right.
Stupid question. Were her minions immune to that giant?
Yes, they are.
Necrotic tidal wave.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, you actually get this is a good point. Marrows are, gales are, cutthroats are not.
Oh.
This cutthroat has to make a save.
Oh.
Good.
Oh, mon ami.
Oh, that one was almost. This cutthroat just got devastated.
Killing him with the power of my brain.
Aelun's brain is scary.
Are you sure it's not another Brian? That's in
Just imagine what they could do if they could read.
Good call. All right. Getting that lovely +5 +11. And they do have advantage on this versus your 16. So Asher now has expertise within counter spell and dispel magic. He has a plus 16.
Damn. Okay then.
Am I set in line or are you?
No, I'm setting the line.
Of course you are.
That's a good line.
Nat 20, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, I mean, just go ahead and throw a nat 20. That's perfectly doable.
Yeah.
Nat 10. Nailed it.
One number is all you missed.
A nat 10.
Nat 10. Boom.
Banishment fails. You have a cantrip. You knew this would happen. You knew I would throw a 20 once you got your new toy. You called it.
Yeah.
You literally called it overnight. You said that this is exactly what happened. You said it didn't matter. And I was like, no, 16's fucking awesome, bro. You're gonna be so clutch.
I'm just gonna look at the at the Gale Rider, I guess, and just you're just gonna see me just swing my hand back and forth real quick as this bell will toll. So I cast Toll the Dead on it, on the Cavalier of Gales. So it needs to make a Wisdom save of 17.
Let's go. It's gonna fail.
It'll take 8 necrotic damage. I don't even know if it does take necrotic damage.
It does.
It takes 8 necrotic damage, and I look sad.
Doesn't it do anything else that's taking damage? It does either extra damage or...
It's 2d12 instead of 2d8, and I just rolled a 6
Oh.
and a 2. So
Got it.
just bad.
Sorry.
It
Sorry.
was just bad rolls.
Sorry. My bad.
It's all good. That's my
Josiah
turn.
Marquis.
Well, Asher. So we kind of make a mess of it, huh? So he reaches up underneath his coat, grabs at his shirt, pulls at the necklace around him. As he grips it in his hands, he squeezes and looks right at the priestess and pulls forth the last charge from his Call Lightning necklace. See if we can fry this son of a bitch.
Immune.
So basically, it just shatters in my hand. Wow.
Nice.
Those tricks off of me.
No, those tricks are for kids. Sorry.
You had to.
I had to
You
try
really
to
had
stop
to.
myself.
I respect that.
Wow. I feel like I just need to drink a greater healing potion and shut the up.
No bonus action, but you can still use your action. Treat it like a spell failure.
Well, then, I'm gonna shoot her beloved. I'm gonna pull out Cross Station. As I pull that string back, I'm also going to knock my tattoo as well.
Who are you firing at?
Oh, this guy right here. Sorry, I should have.
Gale's got it.
It's him. Gale.
20
Please
will
kill
hit.
It hates me. It hates me right now. Please kill it.
I mean, that's the idea. It's crap. It saved the Constitution saving throw, so it's not going to be paralyzed, but it's going to take half the necrotic damage that I'm going to throw at it. And of course, there's going to be some extra damage on there because of sneak attack.
There isn't anyone. No, Rockish. That's right.
Yeah, Rockish, baby.
$17 plus 11. Let's see. So it does half on the necrotic. So it's going to do 6 and 11. It is bloodied. Anything else for your turn? Any movement?
No. I'm ride or die. I'm next to Jinrid and a pile of bodies.
Yep.
Wisdom saving throw. Gonna need a 16 or above, otherwise it will attack the withering Jinrid. Lance attack
or above. Otherwise, it attacks.
I said it the opposite. So he's
okay.
Makes the high wisdom is the smart play, low wisdom. It gets flip flopped a lot. Lance shot coming in towards Jinrid.
I'm going to use a protection card.
All right, how you going to do it?
Literally after just firing at him, I'm just going to take my shrimp pistol, fire it in the air, and wave. Come here, you son of a bitch! Don't you want a piece of this cat? Ain't you ever seen a catfish floating down in the water before? Come and get some!
Roll attack.
I'm the one you want!
You'll lay down the line.
What am I rolling?
You're just making an attack. Shrimp pistol attack.
Okay. Shit.
That's plus another 3 because shrimp pistol is a plus 10.
Take that. 20. So
20 is the line. Lance attack. First shot. Let's go. Let's
Wow.
go. Okay. Disadvantage.
Dang.
Just has it. All right. Here's the disadvantage shot. 24, so 17 is the low mark. My AC is 16.
Damn it.
I'm gonna use my wheel because I have to. It's life or death. Burning my reaction, 4 off of it. It takes both of us as that Lance comes in and misses. Wisdom saving throw again. It's coming for my ass again.
I don't got another card for you, sorry.
You've used your reaction anyway. Lance shot.
God damn it!
Oh,
I have interception, but that's only going to reduce some of that damage. That's not going to be enough.
they can't do anything against a nat 20 anyway.
I mean, you can absorb damage with something like that. It can't stop the
it's just
roll.
the damage. So it's not a disadvantage on it, so it's still, yeah, it still would do with help.
How much damage does it absorb?
Mine will only accept 1d10 plus 4 damage. It won't be enough. Do you want that, or are you down either way?
No, I will be dead if some of it is not absorbed.
All right.
I'm at 70. Hold on, I need to do the math real quick because that's 56. So, oh yeah, I'm dead if some of it doesn't. And I need. I'll give you the number what I need.
I only have 12 for you.
No, I was reading. Asher's ward will appear in front of you as I will use my reaction to cast my shield and reduce the damage you take by 25.
So will 37 be enough?
12, 25, 37. I have 6 hit points. Goes down to 31. Oh god, that's fucking close. 73 minus 31.
It's less than half.
Less than half.
Abjuration wizard. Plus Gitzi's protection. Woo.
Interception.
You guys
Sorry.
are able to take part of the piercing and the lightning damage from this javelin that finally hits after almost 9 tries. Striking true with a nat 20, Jinrid goes unconscious. But thanks to your efforts, is not dead. My turn. I am unconscious. Marrow next to Aelun. No one blocking it. Coin, heads Gitzi, tails Asher. Harpoon. 26.
Can I use a protection card?
Yes, you can. It'll use your reaction.
Okay, I'm gonna try to smack that. Whatever was he shooting with? Is
Harpoon. Just roll the hit. Got to be to 26.
25. Oh, come on, inspo. I do have one. 29.
Guys, I got inspos. I just can't roll out of my 1-1s and 20s.
That's my last inspo.
Ugh. Okay, so you're gonna disadvantage.
Yeah, 29, yeah.
Okay, here's the disadvantage shot.
Yeah.
Harpoon's gonna hit. Let's go, super low. 11 points of piercing damage. Strength save, Gitzi.
Are you still up?
So far, we're good.
Oh no.
Oh, wait. A 9 isn't great. This I know.
You were pulled over
Wait.
towards the marrow.
Wait. I'm gonna use an inspo or something. Yeah, I'll use my D10 inspo. Is that not? That's not gonna be good enough. 9 plus 2. Okay, an 11. All right, now I can be pulled over.
Heads, Rook, tails, Gitzi.
Okay.
It's gonna bite Gitzi.
19 will not hit.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. End of its turn. Lazy Marrow is out. It is dead. Rook, it is your turn. Oh.
Okay. I will attack with the longsword with advantage, or sorry, the vorpal sword advantage.
Yes! Yes! Let's go! D! D! D!
Finally.
Cover that head.
Oh, Gitzi!
As he sees Gitzi get harpooned,
Oh, we needed that.
uppercut with the headshot.
Oh my God, we
Thank you.
needed that.
Thank you, Vorpal Sword.
Vorpal sword for the win!
Are you okay?
It could be better.
No. We're not done yet.
Wait.
Just for the record, I don't have a problem with you. It's just Aelun. we're cool, right?
Yes, we're perfectly fine. Thank
I
you.
love that. Yeah, we're cool, right? We're cool.
We should probably go kill these guys now.
Ice cold.
I appreciate the pep talk.
So that's one
Very
hit.
helpful.
One hit. I got the movement to get to this other big guy.
Get it! Come on, baby! Come on!
Shred him.
Second hit. 18 to hit.
I'm glad you had advantage.
Does it hit?
18 just hits.
Okay, 18 will hit. Let me roll a damage for that one. Max damage.
Yeah.
16.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Bonus action. Flurry of blows. First one coming in. Which one do you here?
I assume because of that wave, the coral stuff is no longer
Probably.
on there.
Yeah, it's
Coral's gone.
I took
Yeah.
so much damage. There's no way I could have.
Well, you need to roll. See, maybe you get a
It's like-
20.
Okay. Okay. I'll roll a con. Real quick.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
shot.
Sorry. Action. Okay, there it is. Sorry. Flurry of blows coming in. First hit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a D10 inspo on that. Chad just gave me.
Old, I love it.
Damn.
No.
I was gonna miss.
14. All right. Second one.
Oh, they rolled off that 20.
So that'll be 7 plus the. Oh, wait, I don't have the coral anymore. Never mind. So 7 points of damage on the flurry of blows. Bludgeoning. And. No. That's it.
To answer your question, Tool, most of us do not have healing pots right now. It's a action to give it to someone, bonus action to drink if we do have them.
Actually.
Actually, no, we did all get one, don't we?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna action surge though. I'm gonna throw an action surge card.
Go big, go home.
Action surge card.
Jinrid's here dead. Next to me, yeah, I know.
Let's go. 3 points of exhaustion.
Does that
Actually, we
apply
did get a
before?
round of healing pots when we were in there. We all do have one right now.
We have healing pots, yeah.
Does that apply before or after the
I
exhaustion?
wish I would have
or after
remembered
this
that
attack?
earlier.
I feel like that would be after, right? Because you exhaust yourself after
okay.
you exert yourself.
Yes, it's
so,
after. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh,
15 on
God.
the first.
Oh
No.
my fuck.
20 on the second
20,
hit.
20 will hit.
20 will hit.
Okay. That will be 15
Safe.
points of
Good damage.
Do I get a bonus action on action surge?
No, just the 2.
Okay. Then. I have
It's
an
another.
inspo.
It's another action, so you can use a an inspiration if you have it.
Okay, I'll use an inspo on that first roll then. See if I can get it.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That'll-
Oh yeah. Let's go.
Another 11 points of slashing damage.
Is it enough?
Collapse that son of a bitch.
Doubtful.
Jeez.
So beefy.
Why it's there?
Gitzi,
Mm-hmm.
it is your turn before the priestess's turn.
Great, I've been dragged all the way over here. Are you kidding me? Ugh!
And she's going to start swinging that hammer, building that momentum, creating a nice whirlwind of energy as she just propels that hammer right towards our wonderful, hopefully dying soon friend over here. It will not be at the priestess, but it will be at that cavalier. Trying to wreck it with a throw.
Ooh, 29.
29 will hit.
Perfect.
Kill this SOB.
You throwing over with that hammer?
Yes. Yes,
I love
am.
that. That is so cool.
Kind of more Aquaman-ish with a hammer. Aquaman Thor. And this will do an additional D8 since I threw it as well. So that'll be a 9 plus.
Yes.
Let's go.
17 points
Nice.
of damage on that first hit.
DTD.
Nice.
Thank
Oh.
you. That swirling hammer just cycling in its process. Torpedoes straight towards that cavalier, knocking it straight in its jaw, crushing it apart, and then summons straight back to Gitzi's hand. And then she swings it around and points to the priestess.
This battle is over, and you find yourself outnumbered. You don't have to be our enemy any longer.
Oh God.
I love you, Gitzi, but
Are you trying to be friends with her or intimidate her? I don't really know which one's happening.
A little of both. Some friends really like to be intimidated.
Hey, mean, you're the turtle. Do it.
So, yeah.
Go ahead and roll that intimidation check.
All right.
Oh, I was hoping for a 20.
A 9. I could throw on an inspo on top of that. Would that be
If,
right?
if you would
probably
like to swim to my almost dead body,
Yeah.
I can drop a heal if I wake up.
Yeah. I will use my movement.
Wait, guys, hold on. Do we really want this guy back? I mean, he ate part of Aelun's food that one time. I mean, I'm just saying, we should just take our time, maybe discuss it.
Just let it be, all right?
Oh, okay, for sure.
And as that bonus, I'd like to just try to shake and help Jinrid out. Can I do anything with a bonus action to help you?
You can bonus action with your heals. You can still throw your hammer towards
The priestess.
the priestess.
I don't think it's gonna do enough. I'm trying to. I don't know. I'm hoping that statement and her seeing me that I'm choosing not to attack her and instead focusing on healing my friends. I'm turning my back to her.
You fired cannons on the castle. It's
Yeah, we can
it's-
destroy our
different.
house.
you were in a nat 20 situation of like even
That's
getting
fair.
consideration.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
letting you know, like you just came in
There
with a
wasn't
ship
a
firing
single
cannonballs.
chance.
Like you're 100% conquerors in
Oh,
this
okay.
situation.
And she's 100% probably not going to give up.
We're the aliens.
we're literally assaulting this
All right,
this
then we'll
place.
go ahead
so.
and attack.
Yeah. I
Bummer.
appreciate the gumption and the try, but
Oh
I'm gonna throw that inspo on top of that one then.
Bring it on.
So that is
oh
gonna
god, we got a
be
full health bar over here.
15
maybe
plus an
she's
additional
squishy.
6, a 21.
21 will just hit.
Thank you.
Dang.
Thank you.
Guys,
Alright,
don't worry
okay.
about giving me magic items. I'm not even awake yet.
But she brought you back.
Not yet.
All right,
Not yet.
10. And I'm going to add the Divine Smite on top of this one. So it will be 17 for that one.
All right, let's watch all of her health disappear here. Low health bar.
And then
How much damage?
17 plus an additional 24.
It's pretty good.
Bring that radiant damage.
41 total?
Yes. Wait, 41. 24 plus, yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paladin damage.
There we go. She's setting the tone for this.
F her up, fam. Ooh!
The big chunk.
Oh,
It's a big chunk.
Gitzi,
Dang.
funnel your hot heat right here.
Hot heat.
If you know any better, you'll swim away. Probably won't, but it was a nice thing to say before I die.
Are you gonna heal him or not?
Oh my God. Will you please put Jinrid back on his feet?
She'll lean down and help poor Jinrid out, I guess.
How many HP do you give me?
How much can I give you? What is the max on this?
What's your bank say?
Your lay on hands. What's
Right,
your lay on
50?
hands?
50. I give you all 50 then.
Oh, give me 49. Give me 49.
I
Now,
saved
lay
one.
on- okay, quick
Always
question.
save
On
one. Always save one.
Lay of
Like playing
hand-
Sonic.
lay on hands is. It told me it was like an action.
Yes, but we rule as a bonus action.
Okay, we rule that one as a bonus action.
Yes,
Okay,
you can
all
do
right,
that
then
as
I
a-
will save one, and you have 49 health then.
Oh, as I stand back up. Oh, fuck.
Right. You should make sure you stay on your feet. You're a little more helpful that way, Jinrid.
Oh, here's ringing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that will be the pressure under the sea.
And she's gonna put, kind of stand him up a little bit and face him towards the priestess.
Now you see her. She's bad.
Oh, that 20 was almost there. God.
Why did I bother?
God. So close to a nat 20 for the mass cure wounds. I'm using a luck. No!
It was over.
Right there again!
It's literally the other side.
You're not.
It's teasing.
I'm gonna give you my wheel. I'm just kidding.
Give me my wheel. 5th level, mass cure wounds.
Oh, he's bringing the heat, that hot heat,
Hot heat.
hot healing heat.
Ugh, 18 points for everybody.
It's not bad.
So I got
I'm
18
still scared.
plus.
But some of you are real messed up.
Oh, why, thank you.
Meow, kitty cat. Boy.
You will not stop. The work that we've started here, it's too important. Our survival insists on it, I would rather die here today than swim away like a coward. Your insurrection ends here, and it ends now. She begins concentrating on a spell.
I use my reaction to save your life. I can't. I can't do. I'm sorry, guys. I only get one reaction. I can't.
Last 5th level spell. Destructive Wave.
God damn it.
Ugh.
Can we try to surf it away?
I love the way you think.
Question. Could I hero point counterspell?
If you have it.
Tricky. I mean, I have a hero point. And I feel like this is a really good time to use it. So I will hero point counterspell.
Saying it all wrong. Put it out there. You gonna do it or you're not gonna do it?
Hero point.
Well, he's...
Oh. 28 is the number you have to beat using your hero point.
Well, don't shake your head. You got this. Let her fly.
Oh.
I saw that 20 for a second and I thought I was going to turn over.
Can I throw an inspo on that?
That's all you have left.
1d10. That's it. I have to roll a 10.
Give me a 10.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a 10.
Hold on.
Oh! Oh! There's a roll-off!
You gotta be kidding me! Let's go! Oh, I don't believe it!
Oh my god!
Damn.
Asher's ascension has begun.
Woo!
Here's the roll-off. No advantage, just straight up. Your spell attack. Oh, come on! Come on, you got this! Come on!
Damn.
Come on.
Oh,
I'm a better wizard, bitch! Oh, that goes down in the annals of history!
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god!
RP this wave coming in, Asher. And you stopping it.
So, Asher's standing there and he just sees Aelun take care of the rider, and then he turns and he hears this comment from the priestess, and then he just sees that same wave, and it's almost like slow motion as it's coming towards. You can see, he just takes a second, he looks at all of his friends staring up at this massive wall, and he just holds his hand up, and as this wall continues to come in, you see this large red shield go straight in front of everyone. And as this wall comes crashing in, it almost parts the sea around you as the waves come rushing past us, not affecting anybody, as the spell then dissipates. And Asher's just standing there with his hand up, breathing heavily.
Hell yes.
Fine. We'll do this the hard way. Going to swim directly at you, Asher. Shocking grasp cantrip.
Of course, it's poetry in motion.
God damn it.
50,000 volts straight to the nipples.
Gosh. I mean, it won't do much, but I'll use... Well, it's still her turn, so it's not the top of the round. I won't have my reaction, I don't think.
It's all good.
25 points of lightning damage. Asher, it is your turn. Looking at the board right now, there will be a legendary action in between Jinrid and Rook.
Oh boy. I will I think it's time, RoBear. I think it's time. I pull in my bag. You see me pull out this weird item that I have. As you see me hold it up, I stare at her standing right in front of me. And you see me just like, almost like in a Rubik's Cube, I start shifting the top in a certain pattern. And as I do, these glyphs start aligning as this thing starts to glow. And then I push it forward as I pull the top off. And as I pull the top off, all of the light that was shining darkens. And it's a void as I open the sphere of annihilation right in front of her.
You have cat to be kidding me.
No.
What?
No. DC 25 Arcana check to manipulate the sphere of annihilation, of which you got off the shelf at the kooky joint in town.
This is like eating a
If
gas
you
station.
fail, it's going straight into you.
Which, can I preempt and say I'm going to use a lucky card?
I just know it's gonna be
Can I just preempt, use a lucky card? Just give myself advantage?
Oh,
Preempt.
the Moonchild only knew.
That means there's a 10% chance of a nat 1 as well. Arcana 25 to move the sphere of annihilation with your own magic towards the priestess.
Okay. I'll just roll it.
No!
My
No!
goodness.
No!
Right? Guess I'll be making a new character. Yeah, chat, the luck doesn't help me.
Asher. By the sheer luck of your own physical build, a 2-foot diameter does not wholly consume you. As it jettisons back straight towards you, slamming in, doing 10d10. $64 points. 25. You drop to 0. $39 points. Being over half your hit points. Asher is annihilated. Only a fool would try such a thing. And you died like one. And so will the rest of your friends. Josiah, it is your turn.
Hard to soak up exactly what just happened in front of him. Joe knows sacrifice when he sees it. It reminds him of the one thing he's got. He pulls out Kirkley's dagger, but doesn't touch it. It just bends to his will and comes out of his belt in his hand. He holds his hand around it as it spins. And he looks to where Asher was just standing a minute ago. Bites down on his lip, focuses his gaze on the priestess. and just cast that dagger with all his might. .23 to hit. Just gonna need that DC 19 throw.
Failure.
9d6 necrotic damage coming on top of that roll. That's the piercing. There's the necrotic. And the sneak attack. She's blinded if she's still alive.
That jet ink goes into their eyes. We use a legendary action to remove the status effect. Those are now gone.
The other half of Kirkley's love is in his other hand. As he reaches up with that shrimp pistol, he's going to take a shot. Using its cavitation blast. It's only one to hit.
21
DC
will hit.
17. Constitution saving throw.
DTD.
As he casts that knife, and that squidding for a moment starts over her face and she waves it away. He pulls his hand back as that dagger reappears. The shrimp pistol is in his hand and he uses that dagger hand to steady it and aims it right between her eyes. Pulls the trigger on the shrimp pistol as this rifling bullet spins through the water, causing this cavitation of bubbles behind it. And as the bullet strikes, it doesn't look like it does much until all the cavitations collect behind it and push the bullet right through the back of her head. You can see this clearest spot of water on the other side. He just keeps pulling that trigger from that shrimp pistol in his fingers, knowing that it's not going to fire again, but he wants it to. Because as dead as she is, it's not making up for the fact that his friend is not standing there in front of him.
silence in the water. No, 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 not again. Not again. I just got back. Looking across. Only Asher's backpack remains. His body annihilated. No. No, why do you have to do something so stupid? The kind of shit he would yell at us for! You just saved our lives. Fuck. He just starts fiddling and he pulls out Radiance. You don't get to die yet. You don't get to get out of here until I get out of the sea. As that orrery pops out. No, I don't have any. Fuck. Just starts rummaging through your pack. He pulls out the book. I mean, he just opens to a page. And it's a dusty gravel road paired with fall foliage and leaves and trees on either side. And he sees Asher at the end of the lane, walking down that road on page 52. This isn't how it's supposed to end. I don't know anything else to do. I'm gonna toss my divine intervention. Being a holy man, I will get 10 as my level, doubled at 20. I'm putting page 52 right in the middle. (41 through 61). Or 42 through 61. As an orrery begins to spin. You come back down that road. You don't keep walking. will use my lucky. A long pause. And that orrery begins to spin. And spin. And spin. And a star-like outline of Asher appears. With a chance. $24, $26, $28. Revivify. First roll to retrieve the mind of Asher. DC 24. I'll use my 1d10 inspiration. $24 hit. Second roll.
Oh.
As he tries his best. When he sees the constellation form is all that he gets. Just one lasting reminder for everyone as they see Asher for the last time. The smile on his face, not sorrow. Asher, the last thoughts that go through your head as you get one last glimpse in this starry form at your friends before you float away.
Asher sees them, and he sees that they're safe. And he smiles as he kind of says to himself, there's a lot more I wanted to do for you all. I don't know if you can hear me. But if you can, Jinrid, be yourself. Believe in yourself. I always have. Gitzi, I never really had a mom. So thank you for being one. Aelun, I think we connected in strangest of ways. Having the monsters within us. But now it's up to you. You're the one that has to do all of the arcane. Josiah passed it all to child by myself. If I had a brother, it would be you. Someone to give me shit, push my buttons, to occasionally steal some gold out of my pocket. So as my last act before I head home, my final gift to you all. As, if you may, Vera will appear in front of you all. Just sit and stare at the book. You see Asher look back on that road. I'll give a nod. You be that light for them now, girl. I'll take good care of you. He'll smile. And he'll turn. And he'll walk.
Leaves falling. No more starlight left. Just an image on the book. As Asher walks a new path alone. By himself on page 52. and the current, the tide closes the book. Good night.